bike you see is all data logged. So every time I make a pass, I come back and I use only equipment made by Innovate Motorsports, who's been great to me. They've helped me out a lot. I'll plug them. I come back, I can show you a log here of my full throttle pass. It'll show me RPM, where I shifted at, what my airbox pressure was, what my O2 readings were, what my throttle position was. It even has an onboard accelerometer that shows me how much I'm accelerating going down the track.
So you have full telemetry?
Pretty much on board, yep. It doesn't come back, it records it, right? But I mean, it's awesome shit. I mean, it allows me to get this bike tuned to max, and I don't just show up with a tune-up that I think's right. I come down the track with a tune-up I know it's right.
Cool. So let's talk about a couple of other quick things. Tell me about what you think about the differences between the DynoJet offering, the Yosh EMS offering, the AMS, and then the Yosh Pro. How does the AMS compare directly against the Yosh Pro?
The Yosh EMS I don't have a lot of seat time with, but from the exposure I've had to it, it's basically a DynoJet with more options. I mean, you can select, it has selectable maps, which is great because you can have a map. These bikes compensate pretty well, but some of them need a map for hot weather and cold weather. So you can take and adjust at the flip of the switch a different map. If you're a road racer, which you guys do a lot of out west, you have a map for fast track and a map for slow track. What's the difference? It could be ignition time, it could be fuel, it could be the way the power is delivered.
Or it could be nitrous or no nitrous, race fuel or no race fuel.
I mean, even the production stuff nowadays. I did a snowmobile for a customer 3 months ago with nitrous, and that snowmobile had on the handlebar a switch to change the ignition timing on the fly. So you could literally take this racing snowmobile, you can run it on pump gas or high octane by flipping a switch.
So hold on a second here. So what do you think about the AMS system?
AMS, which the controllers?
Yes.
I have not used an AMS controller. I mean, from talking to people like Barry and Dennis and Ken Stotts, who I know quite well, they're the best right now. I mean, and Sebastian deals with them too, and Sebastian's real knowledgeable on them. Most of the turbo guys are using the MSBC or MSBC ones, multi-stage boost controls. Those guys that are serious in the sport now have taken and gone to the AMS 1000s, I believe they're called.
So do you think they're going to start adding traction control and wheelie sensors to keep the bike going faster, or you're going to think they're going to still do it with the human touch?
I don't think the factories will do it for a while. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the race teams are doing it already in the higher level sports. I know in the classes like Top Fuel and Funny Bike, stuff like that, whatever they can do to keep the power hooked up and not break it loose, they will do. And there's more money in those classes, so I'm sure if there's technology available, they'll do it. Whether they do it with actual sensors that monitor the wheel spin, or they just do it with a different map that they know will cut the power in first gear so it won't spin. So there's active and passive traction control, we call it. Active would be reading the wheel speed versus the RPM and you're compensating for it, and passive would be designing a map so it won't do it.
Has anyone ever tried a sensor that measures how the distance of the front wheel off the ground and cut the timing to make it come back down? Is that a viable way to go about it, or is that not so?
Schnitz was selling a wheelie control device a few years back that I never used, but I think it mounted to your front forks, and when your front forks fully extended, meaning the front wheels coming off the ground, then it would back off a cylinder or ignition timing, though I never used one. I have heard people using them and had mixed results about them. I think they're banned for most organizations now, though.
All right.